Hi, my name is Chris Larsen. I've been involved in the cryptocurrency industry through our work on the XRP ledger for about a decade now. I'm here to talk a little bit about the environmental impact of the blockchain industry and what needs to be done to ensure this technology is a positive for the world and doesn't become yet another climate disaster. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies really are not fringe concepts anymore. They're already mainstream, and we need to start thinking of them as a growing part of our society. As such, they must be included in our climate fight. There are really two sides of crypto in today's world. One side is essentially clean, using technologies that use very little energy and produce very little CO2. And the vast majority of newer blockchains, those started, let's say, in the last 5 years, were created using clean blockchain technologies. In fact, many projects point to crypto being an important part of our climate solutions. Unfortunately, the industry has a serious legacy environmental problem in the original blockchain protocols, principally Bitcoin, which uses a technology called proof of work. Bitcoin's proof of work technology has become very energy intensive. It requires people, otherwise known as miners, to expend enormous computational energy to ensure that the ownership of Bitcoins remains valid. Now, in the early days of Bitcoin, proof of work was clearly a brilliant idea that allowed any person to earn Bitcoin using just a regular computer. In those days, its energy use was a non-issue. Unfortunately, as the price of Bitcoin has exploded over the last decade, moving from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars and now to tens of thousands of dollars, this brilliant tech is clearly out of the reach of individuals. And now Bitcoin mining is a multi-billion-dollar industry dominated by enormous mining operations backed by powerful interests. And those energy needs are truly horrendous. The Bitcoin network consumes an average of 100 trillion watt hours of electricity per year. If you use just half that increase over the next decade, Bitcoin's mining will consume more energy than the country of Japan. A decade after that, it would be using more energy than any country on earth. Now, the thing is, it doesn't have to be this way. Proof of work is not necessary for Bitcoin to survive. There are other blockchain technologies that are just as reliable, but use a fraction of the energy. The Ethereum protocol, the second largest blockchain industry in the world, announced that it's moving off of proof of work to a tech called proof of stake, which is going to cut its energy use by 99.9%. That's awesome news. Most industries are getting cleaner, so we have to ensure that crypto, as it's now coming on the world stage, is not an exception to that progress. And right now, Bitcoin mining is moving in the wrong direction, threatening the progress we're making elsewhere. The world has to retire proof of work now before it's too late.